We apologize for the mishaps there, but you should be able to hear us now on the stream. We appreciate you hanging with us. Jaden Jerome will send this one over. Taken by the O-Rabs there. Barwick out of bounds, and it's a Forest City point. So the Indians get a point directly out of the break, and it's now 8-4. And we'll see Emma Anderson, who will serve here for the Indians. Forest City only down by 4 here early in set number 1. They've been down by 4 before. They've been down in sets before. It's nothing the Indians haven't come back from before. Good block at the net for Forest City, and it's going to turn into an Indians point as it goes out of bounds. Great job by the Indians as they get applauded here from the Forest City crowd. Good job there from the Indians. They got a nice block. And it's now just a 3-point game, 8-5. Emma Anderson into the net. 9-5. O-Rabs in the lead over the Indians here in set number 1. They're the home team on the scoreboard. Excuse me, they're the guest on the scoreboard. It doesn't go by higher seed. And it's going to be a kill. Kill down the line for Regan Helgeson. And the Indians back to within 3, make it 9-6. There were some people that thought that the O-Rabs may just run over the Indians here. They've taken a little bit of a lead from time to time, but Forest City fighting back. Here's a strike from Johnson. A good dig. Great dig there, but the Indians unable to get it. Good dig from Regan Helgeson, but there was a miscommunication, and the Indians were unable to get it after it was dug out, and it'll be a point for the O-Rabs. But credit Regan Helgeson for standing in there and digging that one out. And we'll see a serve coming from Barwick over the net. It's going to be an ace. Barwick with an ace, and here come the O-Rabs as they now lead by 5, 11-6. And Barwick will continue to serve. She was 95% coming in, 220 of 230. And only missed 10 serves on the year. Here's Hovinga. Blocked and can't keep it alive. Another point for the O-Rabs of Sheldon, and it's now 12-6. Sheldon in the lead. And Barwick will continue to serve. 5'6" senior. Taken by Emma Anderson. Jaden Jerome. Blocked by Sheldon, kept alive by the Indians. Holland over. Taken by Barwick. Here's McKenna. Klein has to link, and they're unable to get it. Forest City will find a point back. 12-7. So the Indians will draw back to within 5. And we'll see a serve coming for Jalen Hovinga. Barwick, Johnson, Hovinga, Dillevue with the strike, and kept alive by Sheldon. They play defense well, but they're not able to put it over. A mistake there for the O-Rabs, and Forest City back to within 4. Heather Kaiser is in her 5th year as the head coach of the Sheldon O-Rabs, 107-60 in her 3 seasons. We mentioned not the season they wanted a year ago. They made it to a regional final, but they were 15-14. And Dillevue with a big strike there, taken by Barwick, pushed over by Johnson, kept alive by Jones. Dillevue by McKenna. Klein has a link. Here's a shot. Johnson down the line. It's in. Big shot there from Claire Johnson. She was not one. Obviously, Claire Johnson came in with 282 kills on 692 attempts and hit 222. So she is one that can hit really well and does hit really well. But she was not one that, in talking to people that, I mean, she has obviously been effective. We just talked about her numbers, but they talked about Olsen. They talked about Lodi. That's long. Forest City will get a point. But Johnson has been a number and has been a big factor so far in this 13-9 game. And Forest City is looking to go on a little bit of a run. The Indians could use a run. Maybe close within. If not, maybe got to find a lead here. Jaden Jerome, a very good server. She's serving for the Indians. They trying to just put it in a pocket. Ooh, kept alive nicely by Lodi, and it's blocked off of Forest City and out of bounds. Lodi made an excellent effort at keeping that one alive, and it turns into a Sheldon point. And they get the side out they were looking for and will serve with Johnson. The junior outside hitter, 5'9", is playing in her 32nd, which is all the matches so far for Sheldon. They're going to go to Holland. Forest City is blocked out of bounds. Forest City will get a point. Big block there from Sheldon, but it's blocked out. Almost tailed the line, but just a bit out. And this will be Jones serving for the Indians. Johnson. Barwick will set, and it's killed by Lodi. She came in with 308 kills on 745 attempts, hitting .285 this year. Very good hitter for the O-Rabs. Maddie Olson, .297 is what she's hitting. Out. But it was tipped by Forest City. The serve went long, but the Indians were unable to get their hands out from within the serve. They tried to get away from it. They were unable to. So it's serve sent long, but it's tipped by the Indians. So it'll be a point for Sheldon, and Strouth will continue to serve. Jones pushed over by Helgeson. Set up by Barwick. Here's Olson over. Jerome makes a dive and attempt at it, but it hits the floor, and it's now 17-0. Timeout Forest City. A 7-point run, or a 7-point lead for the O-Rabs. We'll take a break. More volleyball next. One, two. Welcome back here on KIOW and live at KIOW.com. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Quite a few of you, most we've had this season, along on the video stream. A ton of you listening on the radio as well. And there is a lot of Forest City is here in the stands tonight. A ton of the Indians making their way to Estherville tonight. Sheldon also traveled with a big crowd. 17-10 is the lead. Barwick will set to Olson, and she murders it. Excuse me, that was Lodi. Set to Lodi. She's hitting .297 this year, and she hits dangerously, which surprises me. I mean, I guess that's why she got such a high hitting percentage, because when she is on, it's hard to dig it back out, but she hits very dangerously. And another point for Sheldon as Forest City sends along. The Indians were within four, multiple times throughout this set, but now it's been all Sheldon at the end of the set. 19-10 right now. Forest City is going to have to make their move now. Regan Helgeson with a strike, but it goes into the net. 4 hits on the Indians. It wasn't blocked. If it's blocked there by Sheldon, the Indians, of course, get it back. They can hit it again, but it goes straight into the net, back to the Indians, which causes a 4 hit. And Sheldon, it was 14-10, and now it's 20-10. Sheldon with the lead. Regan Helgeson will free ball it over, taken by McKenna. And a kill. That's Reese Strouth. Only her that was Malia Klein-Hesselink. There's Malia and McKenna, so if you hear me just say Malia or McKenna, that's the Klein-Hesselink girls. Colette Logus is in for the Indians and playing the back rows. Freshman defensive specialist. Blocked by Sheldon, back onto the Forest City side. 22-10 is the Sheldon lead here in set number 1. Does not show you what this set has been, as Forest City was right there through most of this set, but the last 10 or so points have gone to Sheldon in a row. Make it another one. 23-10 now the lead for the O-Rabs. 23-10 here in set 1. And we'll see a serve coming from Strouth. Strouth taken by Regan Helgeson. Bethany Warren over and in. So Bethany Warren will get a kill. And then the Indians will break up that run by the ORABs. They get a desperate side out. They've been needing this side out, and they get the desperate side out. And Shea Dillevue will now serve for the Indians from left to right. Over the net. Taken by Sheldon. And it's down. Lodi winds up and hammers it down 24-11. One more point for Sheldon as they try to take the sets. Brianna Kanoy comes in. She has hardly played this season, but does serve on occasion, and she is in to serve here as a senior for Sheldon. Already running in some seniors. But we talked about Kanoy will serve, and she is effective, so it's not as if Sheldon is trying to empty their bench. Just surprising they haven't used good block there by Jalen Hovinga. We'll send it back down. They haven't used Kanoy in every match in any of their big matches. But she does have, that was her 77th serve of the year. Girls that are serving on a regular basis are well over the 200 mark by now. Emma Anderson will serve, taking Barwick. She'll set. In the middle, good block by the Indians. They went to Maddie Olson in the middle. Now they're going to go to Lodi, and she kills it for the final point of set number one. 25-12 is the final in set number one. Sheldon with the victory over Forest City. We're back for set two in a couple of minutes. Welcome back here on KIOW and live at KIOW.com. Forest City and Sheldon in the regional championship volleyball matchup tonight. 25-12 was the victory for Sheldon in set number one, though that did not really tell the story of set number one. Obviously, that's what it's going to come down to. Sheldon won 25-12. But the nice thing about volleyball is in basketball, in football, in baseball, you know, if a team gets up big in a certain part of the game, you have to overcome that big lead. If Sheldon got up big in set number one, Forest City can flush set number one and go on to set number two. They don't have to come back from a big lead. We start at 0-0 in set number two. That's what's nice about the game of volleyball, is the Indians can start over now. They go win this second set, it's a brand new ball game. Klein Hesselink will start it. It's McKenna. And the Indians going to be called for a double hit to start things off. Taken by Jones. Jalen Hovinga. Kept alive by Dillevue. Now Jones. Pushed over by Hovinga. Taken by the Indians. Hovinga in. Great job. Jalen Hovinga will get Forest City and Sheldon tied at one here in set number two. Thanks for joining us here on KIOW, live at KIOW.com. Serve coming, Jalen Hovinga. Taken by Lodi. Strouth will set. She does hit from time to time. She has a little over 100, I believe, assists. Sheldon in the net. No, they called her for 4 hits. Excuse me. I thought that was only 3. So a 4th hit called against Sheldon. And the Indians will get the point, make it 2-1 Forest City. Here's exactly what I'm talking about. 3-1 Forest City. Indians lead by 2. It's exactly what I just mentioned. Forest City lost 12-1 in set 1. Fine. Now they have a lead in set 2, though they had leads in sets this year. Had some big leads against Clear Lake, had a lead against Lake Mills, had some leads against Central Springs. A serve for Jalen Hovinga, and Forest City leads by 3. Jalen Hovinga finds the ace, her 31st ace of the year, and the Indians lead by 3. 4-1 here in set number 2. And Hovinga will continue to serve. Big crowd on hand. You can probably hear him in the background. Strouth will set. Johnson blocked into the 3rd or 4th row here on the 4A City side. She's got a big swing. 4A City was in position to block it, but just goes hard off the block and goes out of bounds. Sheldon gets the side out. And they're back to within 2. It's 4-2. Jerome will set to Holland, and the Indians nearly got a kill. Kept alive and pushed over by Barwick. Now Jaden Jerome will just push it over. Barwick, they got to go over. Johnson dug out there by Kevin Jones. Set up Delavu. Kept alive by Sheldon. To the 4A City side, here's Jerome. Holland. Kept alive by Sheldon off a basketball hoop and comes down. 4A City will find a lucky bounce there and get a point. 4A City did everything they needed to do and got the bounce off the hoop. Bethany Warren will come in and play in the middle for the Indians as Jaden Jerome will serve. 5-2 Indians here in set number 2. Taken by Johnson. Here's McKenna Klein-Hesselink. Kevin Jones. Delavu going to try to kill it. McKenna takes it. Barwick to Lodi. Blocked by the Indians. And back to the Sheldon side. Barwick will give it back to Lodi and blocked off the Indians and out of bounds. So Lodi gets 2 opportunities with it. She finally kills it after the second, and it's 5-3. Side out to Sheldon, and Forest City will lead 5-3, though. Strouth will serve. Taken by Jalen Hovinga. Pushed over by Jerome. Barwick will set to Lodi, and it's out of bounds. Forest City's point. So that's what I'm talking about. Lodi, she kills dangerously, or she strikes and hits dangerously, and when she misses, it turns into a good point for the Indians, and well-timed point for the Indians. But she also sends those down the line, right on the line, and gets good points for Sheldon. She doesn't miss on that one, and she doesn't make that one tricky. She puts that one down in the middle of the court, and it's now 6-4. And we'll see, they are going to continue to go to Kanoy. They bring Kanoy and Caitlin Grady in. Grady, a junior defensive specialist, has 19 digs. They bring those 2 in together, trying to give some rest to the others. And Helgeson finds a kill, make it 7-4 Indians. See, Forest City doesn't have to. Forest City's not under the pressure of going on any big runs here. Doesn't have to go on any big runs here in the second set. They have the lead by 3. They could trade points with Sheldon throughout this entire second set, and it will go the Indians' way. They would like to go on some big runs, but they're not forced to. Sheldon's the one that's going to have to go on a run to retake the lead. But they are capable. Lodi, and a point for the ORABs as the Indians were in the net. It was going to be a point for the ORABs anyway as the ball was going to the floor. But they get them for in the net before the kill. 7-5. Lodi serves long. And it's now 8-5. So she serves dangerously as well. About 82% on about 210 serves, give or take a couple here so far tonight. Kept alive by the Indians. Jerome will set it up to Jalen Hovinga, who sends it over. O'Rabs, no! Forest City points. Indians by 4, 9-5 here in set number 2. Sheldon, 3 straight regional finals have not made it to state. Forest City, 2 straight regional finals have not made it to state. One of the teams will go to Cedar Rapids. Lodi in. Right in the back row, Lodi gets the kill and a side out for Sheldon, 9-6. This regional final number 5 for head coach Lacey Jerome in her 11th year. 20-21. Jerome, Jalen Hovinga, nice attempt, battle for it at the net, kept alive by the Indians, and a point for Forest City. 10-6 now, Forest City lead by 4. 21-20. 17 they were in the regional championship. Of course, 15 they were in the regional championship when they went to state. In 2014 are all the regional finals under head coach Lacey Jerome. Blocked! Back down on the Sheldon side. Big block there by the Indians. Jalen Hovinga, I believe, was with Holland. I know Holland was there for sure. I believe Jalen Hovinga with her as well. And the Indians lead by 5, 11-6. This is when Sheldon went on a big lead in the last set, or a big run in the last set, which closed out set number 1. Can Forest City go on a big set or a big run now? Johnson dug originally by Dillovu, but it goes off of her hands and into the Sheldon student section. 11-7. McKenna Klein Hesselink will serve. Set up by the Indians. Holland trying to kill it. Dug out by Sheldon. Barwick sets. It's going to be a Forest City point as a double hit called against Sheldon. The Indians get bailed out there. 12-7. We'll see a serve coming from Jalen Hovinga from left to right. Where's number 11, Forest City in the grays? Sheldon in the blacks. Strouth will set. Johnson blocked by the Indians and it stays in play. Sheldon will have to play it. Barwick sets it up in the middle. Again blocked by the Indians. Can they keep it alive? No, it's in the stand with the R1. And it goes out of bounds. Point Sheldon. 12-8 here in set number 2. The Indians need this set. This is a very crucial set in this contest. Need set number 2. Don't have to have it, but it'd be nice to tie things up. Goal! Sheldon! Good afternoon, good night. And she sends that one right down Broadway. 13-8 now the score. And Jaden Jerome will serve it up for the Indians. That's what Sheldon's been doing with Lodi. You get Shea Dillovu hitting like that. Have a good evening. Barwick will set this one up from the back row. Claire Johnson. Forest City helped out by the net, but they're not able to keep it. A little bit of speed was taken off that attack by Johnson from the back row because it hit the top of the net, but the Indians unable to play it off that bounce, and it's 13-9. Sheldon 9, Forest City 13, but Sheldon will serve with Reese Strouth. Set up by Jerome. Here's Dillovu. McKenna Klein Hesselink takes it awkwardly. Forest City thought it was a double hit. Officials do not agree. Jones, Dillovu just has to free ball it. Barwick sets. Lodi kills it. And that's going to turn into a Sheldon point. Forest City thought it was a double hit on McKenna Klein Hesselink. The libero for the ORABs, but the officials did not agree. And now the Indians will, it's kept alive. Barwick somehow the magical save, and Forest City thought they had a point. Don't get that point. 13-10. Still alive. Here's Lodi, and it's going to be a Sheldon point. Forest City was a Sheldon spectacular play away from a 14-10 lead. Instead, it's 13-11. And Forest City cannot let Sheldon get momentum and make a run. The Indians have had a 2 to 3 point lead all set long. After starting off 4-1, they need to try to keep it. Strouth set up by Barwick. Lodi kills it. No, it's long. Forest City points. Fortunate there for the Indians because Lodi loaded up on that one. 14-11, Indians by 3 here in set number 2. Forest City gets the side out. Good, crucial side out. Jones will serve. Taken by McKenna Klein Hesselink. Here's Strouth. Lodi, dug out by Jalen Hovinga. Jerome sets it up. Delavu sends it over and long. 14-12. Indians lead here in set number 2. Set number 1 went to Sheldon, 25-12. It got away from the Indians. It was a close set just like this was, and Sheldon went on a tear. Forest City can't let that happen. Serve by Kanoy. Delavu down the line, it's in. We talked about it earlier. If Shea Delavu hits like that, the Indians are going to be in good company. Came in hitting .236 this season, 246 kills on the year on 703 attempts coming in. And she will serve. She serves at 95%. 15-12 is the score in favor of the Indians. Delavu will serve over the net. She serves dangerously. Block, attempt. Helgeson. Sheldon's in the net. And it's an Indian point. Good job. Regan Helgeson was there to make sure Sheldon didn't just dump it over. And it'll be an Indians point, 16-12. Forest City by 4. Forest City has got to keep going here in this set number 2. Taken by Sheldon. Here's Strouth. Dug out by Jerome. Here's Jones. Delavu. Into the ceiling. Can Sheldon play it? They can. They didn't get a very good attack on it because it was in the ceiling. Now Helgeson. Dug out by Sheldon. Kept alive. Barwick. Lodi. She tries to push it over. She does. Indians will take. Jerome will set it up to Helgeson in the middle. Blocked off. It's going to be a point for the Indians. Point for Forest City, and it's 17-12. The Indians by 5. Delavu continuing to serve here for Forest City. Timeout, Sheldon. 17-12, Forest City, a 5-point lead. Timeout. We're back in a minute. Hey, come back after this. Don't do another. Back to Estherville Lincoln Central High School, the site of a Class 3A regional championship. Forest City's basketball season last winter ended in this gym. They're going to try to prevent the volleyball season this year doing the same. As Delavu serves a 5-point Indian lead. Taken by Barwick. She takes it awkwardly, and they're able to return it. That's why they're number 3. That's why they're a really good volleyball team. Most teams would not have been able to return that before City makes a spectacular play themselves. Delavu from the back row sends it over. Barwick will set it up. Lodi out. And it's an Indian point. That was a big point for the Indians to get there. And it's now 18-12 Forest City. And we'll see Delavu who will serve. 6-point lead for the Indians. Delavu over. Taken by Strouth. Here's Lodi. She just has to send it over. Taken by Jones. Here's Jerome. Hovinga. Long. 18-13. Forest City leads by 5, and Lodi will serve for Sheldon. O'Rebs send it over with Lodi. Taken by Helgeson. Here's Hovinga. Long. Indians wanted a touch. They did not get one. They wanted a tip. Did not get it. Forest City still with a 4-point lead. And we'll see a serve coming from Lodi. Taken by Delavu. Here's Jerome. Helgeson pushes it over. Barwick. And it's down for an Indian point. Forest City by 5. We talked about it earlier. The Indians don't need long runs. Forest City doesn't have to go on a 5-point run, a 6-point run, a 7-point run. Sheldon does. Forest City doesn't. The Indians can trade points. They can give Sheldon 2. They can take 2. They can give Sheldon 2. They can take 2. Forest City will beat them to 25. It's a 19-14 lead. Anderson will serve. Taken by the O'Rabs. Can they keep it alive? No! Forest City leads by 6, 20-14. 20-14 Indians here in set number 2. 5 points away. Still a lot of volleyball to be played. This Sheldon team is good. Anderson, Lodi takes it. Strouth will set. Johnson, blocked. The Indians, can they keep it alive? Yes, Helgeson battle for it. They keep it alive again. Sheldon's side, here's Barwick. Sets it up in the middle. Olsen, dug out by Dillavu, and into the second row of Sheldon's side. It's going to be a Forest City point, 20-15. That was a crazy one. And we'll see a serve coming for Barwick, 5'7", 5'6" senior. She sets and she'll play right side when Strauss sets. Hovinga over, taken by Klein Hesselink. Johnson off of Jones and out of bounds. It'll be a point for Sheldon. Make it 20-16. Sheldon making a little bit of a run. We figured they would. But can the Indians get it back? Barwick will serve. Helgeson blocked by Sheldon. Strouth. Barwick. Olsen. That's a Forest City point. And the Indians now lead again by 5, 21-16. Serve coming from Helgeson. Taken by Lodi. Set up and in. Forest City thought it was out. The line judge says no. Forest City fans have had a little bit of disagreements with that side line judge anyway. Earlier she called one out, but it wasn't her call. It was the other line judge's call. Would have been a point for Sheldon, turned into a point for Forest City. Jerome over, dug out there by Sheldon. Klein Hesselink, Strouth, Dillavu, hard off the ceiling. Jones keeps it alive off the ceiling. Pushed over, taken by Sheldon. Barwick, Johnson, kept alive by the Indians. Over by Forest City, pushed over by Strouth, kept alive by Dillavu. Here's Jerome, and a point for Sheldon. Double hit on the Indians. And it's now 21-18. Sheldon back to within 3. Though Sheldon, mentioned, has to go on a longer run than Forest City. Forest City just needs 4 points to close out the set. They want to try to get to 23 here if they can. Get a side out here and they get to 23. Hovinga, there's 1. They're at 22. They got the side out. We just mentioned they need to get the side out. Now they need to get to 23 before Sheldon scores again. Two points in a row. They've done 2 points in a row quite a bit this season. They'll sit in a pretty good spot if they can get to 23 here. Hovinga will serve. Very good server for the Indians. So if they could get 3 in a row here, that would be the best. They don't. Sheldon comes back and scores 22-19. 22-19, Forest City still leads by 3. Sheldon will serve. They got the sign out they were looking for. Johnson serves. Jerome will set. Dillavu trying to kill, and it's going to be a Forest City point, 23. 23-19. Dillavu able to get one in, 23-19. Indians just need a couple more points. Forest City crowd making some noise. We talked about it. A big Forest City crowd here tonight. And they're making some noise now as Forest City just 2 points away. Sheldon calls a timeout. Indians 2 points away from set number 2. We'll have the rest of set number 2 right after this. Welcome back here on KIOW and live at KIOW.com. Forest City 23, Sheldon 19. The Indians are 2 points away from taking set 2. And then we are back to square if the Indians can find 2 more points and send us to a game 4. At least a game 4. It'll be Jerome who will serve for the Indians. Jaden Jerome, 5'7", sophomore defensive specialist, and she sets as well for the Indians. Strouth. Johnson into the net, Indian point. Johnson sends it in the net. Forest City has to just get one more point. The O-Rabs would need to score 5 straight on the Indians. Forest City needs one of the next 5 points. Jerome will serve. Taken by Sheldon. Barwick will set. Here's Lodi. Kept alive off a nice Forest City block. Jones. Dillevue. Can she end it? No. Johnson. Barwick sets it up. Lodi. In. 24-20. Side out for the O-Rabs. 24-20. And the serving will be done by Strauth. Taken by Hovinga. Dillevue. Out of bounds, Forest City wins! Blocked, a hit out of bounds by Sheldon. Forest City wins 25-20 in set number 2. We're knotted up, folks. Set 3 next on KIOW. Welcome back here on KIOW and live at KIOW.com. We are knotted at 1 set apiece here between the Forest City Indians and the Sheldon O-Rabs. And this third set is going to be very crucial. Obviously, whoever wins this third set is going to have the other one on the brink of elimination. So this third set is crucial. Now we look back at earlier in the region. Sheldon in the semifinals. Sheldon 3-0'd in the quarterfinals, but in the semifinals, Spirit Lake took the first set from Sheldon, and then Sheldon came back and dominated the next 3 sets to put them here in the regional final. Now Forest City finds a set win just like Spirit Lake did, but now can Forest City weather the storm of Sheldon? These seniors, we talked about it, this is their 3rd straight regional championship, and over the 4-year history of these seniors, they've been in their 3rd regional championship. In their freshman year, they were in the regional semis. Very experienced club. Been playing together for a long time. And, just from some of the things I was reading, they were very determined to get down to the state this year. They've been not down there since 2013, so Forest City has to overcome a very hungry Sheldon team. And not to say Forest City's not hungry, they are. It's exactly what they are. It'll be a point for Sheldon. Forest City was in the net. But Forest City knew coming in it was going to be a very good Sheldon team they were going to get, and now they've got to not just win 1 set. They got to win 3 sets. Holland, but they know they can win a set now. Johnson blocked, out. 2-0 Sheldon. So far it's been whoever has taken the early lead has gone on to win. Forest City took the early lead last set. Sheldon took the early lead in set number 1. Can Forest City change that? Dillevue sends one over, taken by McKenna. Klein Hesselink. Strauth blocked off of Forest City, point Sheldon. 3-0 O-Rabs. We talked about it. Forest City beat them in the last set, and now here they come firing. Forest City has got to try to overcome this run as soon as they can. Here's Jerome. They got to go over. They do with Holland. Barwick sets it up to Johnson, dug out by Dillevue. Pushed over by the Indians. Jones, Barwick sets it up to Johnson. Blocked. Kept alive by the Indians. Dillevue sends it over. Here's McKenna. Klein Hesselink. Johnson into the net. Forest City points. So the Indians forced the O-Rabs into a tough situation, and they're unable to get it over. Forest City back to within 2. Now the Indians get the side out they were looking for. Now can Forest City make a run? It'll be Jerome who will serve. The one thing that Forest City has been better at this year than Sheldon is serving. And that's a big kill there for Strauss. Side out Sheldon, 4-1. Sheldon's been a very good hitting team, one of the better hitting teams around. They hit .261 as a team in conference play, .243 in non-conference play. Forest City, though, as a team, has been serving better. Which one will win out? Lodi. Forest City point. She hits it into the net. 4-2. Indians back to within 2. And Jones will serve. Kevin Jones for the Indians will serve from left to right. She's the libero. She's wearing a white jersey. Nice serve from Kevin Jones. 95% this year. Lodi hits it into the net. They thought it was 4 hits. Referees disagree. Forest City gets the point anyway. The Indians thought it was 4 hits. And it's now 4-3. And we'll see a serve coming from Jones. Johnson, Barwick, Lodi in. Make it 5-3 Sheldon. 2-point lead for the O-Rabs. And the serve will come from Strauss. She'll serve in the middle of the court. Winner will head to the powerhouse in Cedar Rapids next week. Dillevue down the line and in. 5-4, back to within 1. Forest City since 2015, where they were beaten in the quarterfinals by West Liberty. Sheldon, 2013, where they were beaten in the quarterfinals by Mount Vernon. Dillevue over, taken by McKenna Klein Hesselink. Taken by the Indians. Hovinga over. Here's McKenna. Barwick. Lodi. In. Off of Forest City and out of bounds. 6-4 Sheldon. And the O-Rabs will serve again. This time it'll be Claire Johnson, the 5'9" junior outside hitter. Serves at 90.3% with 27 aces on the year. Here's Jerome. Dillevue free balls it. Taken by Johnson, set up by Barwick. Here's Lodi in. Make it 7-4. Sheldon went on a large run in set number 1 to take the lead. It was a 2-point contest at the time. And then the O-Rabs went on their run. Forest City back to within 2 as it serves in the net. Make it 7-5 Indians. Trail by 2. Emma Anderson, she'll come in to serve. Bethany Warren to the bench. Forest City still with the pink ribbons in the hair for Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in October. Over the net taken by Emma Anderson. Strouth will set it up. Block. Kept alive by Forest City on their side. Here's Jones. Jalen Hovinga. Strouth. Lodi kept alive by Hovinga. Now Dillevue. And Jones will have to go over with it. She does. Here's Strouth. Set up Barwick. Lodi blocked by Regan Helgeson. Kept alive by the O-Rabs. Here's Hovinga. And it's going to be a point for the Indians. And Forest City back to within 1 at 7-6. And the Indians get to serve with Emma Anderson once again. 1 set apiece. Here in set number 3, Anderson will serve. Taken by Johnson. Lodi dug out by the Indians. Can they keep it alive? No. Dillevue got it up for a moment, but it was still pretty low to the ground. Had to get somebody else down there to pop it up. Unable to. 8-6. And we'll see a serve coming for Lodi. Taken by Anderson. Battle for it at the net. It gets pushed to the Forest City side. Hovinga. Sheldon will take. Johnson off of the Indians and out of bounds. Smart play there by Johnson. She saw one 4A City defender going up for a block, and she just pushed it off the forearm of the Indians and out of bounds. And it's now 9-6. Oh, off the ceiling. Kept alive by Jerome. No, it stays on the Forest City side. Jerome kept it alive off the ceiling, but tough angle for Hovinga. She was out of bounds near the bleachers and had to try to sidearm it back in, and that's just a tough play there. 10-6, 4-point lead for Sheldon. Kept alive by the Indians. They tried to slam dunk it. Did not work. Here's Hovinga. Kept alive by Sheldon. Strouth for a City point coming on a double hit by the O-Raps. So that keeps the Indians within 3. A side out keeps them to within 3. And we'll see a serve coming for Regan Helgeson. Left to right, Helgeson, gray jerseys for the Indians, black jerseys for the O-Raps. Long. For a City back to within 2. We went through O-Rab. I know there's like 200 more of you on the video stream than there was when we started our pregame show, brought to you by our friends at Kingland Construction Service. But we went through O-Rab training. What is an O-Rab? We'll talk about that again. There's a kill in the middle. We haven't seen a lot of Maddie Olson in the middle tonight, but there she is, 6-foot middle hitter, junior. Just stands up there and whack-a-moles it down. And it's now 11-8, 4A City trailing by 3. And O-Rab is a portmanteau of the words orange and black. Long, Forest City point. Great job by the sophomore Emma Anderson. We talked about it in the pregame show. It was going to be plays by the sophomores and the freshmen. Logus, Warren are the 2 freshmen that are getting time for the Indians. And then the sophomores, it's going to be plays by them. That's going to push Forest City over the hill tonight if they're able to upset the 3rd-ranked team in the state. And a great one there by Emma Anderson as she ducked out of the way, nearly touched it, but let it go, and it was out of bounds. Now Forest City serves in the net. Make it 12-9. Here's Dillevue, taken by McKenna Klein-Hesselink. Pushed over and in for Sheldon. 13-9. Klein-Hesselink will serve. Forest City will call timeout before Sheldon's lead gets too large. 13-9. O-Rabs in the lead. We'll be back. Welcome back here on KIOW and live at KIOW.com. Forest City is trailing the Sheldon O-Rabs 13-9. And we'll see McKenna Klein-Hesselink serving. Taken by Jalen Hovinga. Jones pushed over by Sophia Holland. And are they going to get Holland for a double? Yeah. Got Holland for a double, 14-9 now the score. And it's now a 5-point lead for the O-Rabs as they're trying to take control here in set number 2. Here's Dillevue. Indians desperately need a side out quickly. Kept alive by Jalen Hovinga. Here's Jones, pushed over by Dillevue. The O-Rabs will take Johnson, blocked by the Indians, and it's in. Great block between Jaden Jerome and Sophia Holland, and it keeps the Indians alive here with the points. The side out they need, 14-10. And the serve will come from Jerome. She will serve from left to right. Taken by the O-Rabs. Indians will set. Holland, she's blocked. Big block there between Malia Klein-Hesselink, the other Klein-Hesselink, and Johnson in there for a dual block. Makes it 15-10, Sheldon. And we'll see a serve coming. Taken by Jalen Hovinga. Jerome. Holland with a nice strike. Make it 15-11. Forest City to within 4. And we'll see Jones serving. Jones over the net. Taken by the ORAB. Set up by Barwick. Lodi kills it. 16-11. This is where Sheldon went on their run. It's set number 1. It was a little bit closer at the time they went on the run, so Forest City got to try to bring it back, 16-11. Strauss serves. Taken there by Hovinga. Indians got to keep it alive. They don't. Make it 17-11. 6-point lead for the ORABs here in set number 3. Forest City took set 2. Sheldon took set 1. Forest City will be on the brink of elimination if they're unable to come back here in set number 2. Lodi pushed over, taken by Hovinga. Dillavu, no. Point ORABs. Timeout Indians. It's a 5-point lead or 6-point lead for the ORABs. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back here on KIOW and live at KIOW.com. Forest City trailing 18-11. And the ORABs will have the side, they will serve. Strouth is the server. Taken by Hovinga. Here's Jones. Pushed over by Helgeson. Johnson kept alive by Jones. Pushed up by Jerome. Here's Dillavu. Trying to get it in. Can she? Yes! And the Indians get a side out they needed. That was a huge side out for Forest City. They trail by 6. Forest City, though, they are not done here in set number 3. They have to go on a run. Now it's the Indians who have to go on a run. They didn't have any pressure in set 2. They didn't have to go on a run. They could trade points. Now it's Sheldon who can just trade points and even give up a little bit. But no, Sheldon with a quick side out makes it 19-12. A 7-point lead for the ORABs, and we'll see a serve coming for Malia Klein-Hesselink. 83.4% server this year. Dillavu over, and it'll be a kill for Dillavu. Makes it 19-13. 19-13. Indians trail by 6. Anderson will serve left to right. Over the net, taken by Johnson. Strouth. Out of bounds. Forest City back to within 5. Back-to-back points for the Indians. Can they go on a run? Anderson will serve. 25-12 was set number 1. Strouth. Lodi. Doesn't hammer it, but she gets it over the net. Taken by the Indians. Free balled to the Sheldon side. Kept alive by Forest City again. Here's Dillavu. Indians trying to kill it. They don't. Here's Lodi, kept alive by Forest City. Hovinga's there. Jerome. Helgeson. Here's Barwick in the middle, and that's in. Maddie Olson in the middle gets a kill. 20-14, a 6-point lead for the ORABs here in set 3. And we'll see a serve coming from Peyton Lodi, 5'9", senior outside hitter. Serves in the middle, 80%. Has been up and down a little bit this year for Sheldon. She swings at about 300, but serves it in the mid-80s, and that's into the scorer's table. Point ORABs 21-14. Class 3A Region 2 will be decided tonight here in Estherville. 4A City had a tough night number 1 against Clear Lake, and even night number 2 against Garner. The Indians played really well. That one's long from Lodi. 4A City back to within 6. Give Garner credit. Very good volleyball team. And if 4A City wouldn't have played their best, Garner would have been right there with them toe for toe. But 4A City playing some of the best volleyball they've played all year against Garner and playing really good volleyball again tonight. That's in. Lodi kills it from the back row. 22-15. Now the score. Sheldon number 3 in Class 3A. They started the season just inside the top 10. And they slowly worked their way up. Play in the Siouxland Conference. O'Brien County is where Sheldon High School is in Sheldon. Orange and black the school colors. Taken by Lodi in the back row. Barwick, here's a block that's going to land 4 rows deep here on the 4A City side, on the visiting side. 4A City stands on the visiting side because they're the lower seed, but they are actually the home team on the scoreboard because that's not decided. That's decided here on site. Jones takes. Here's Jerome. Pushed over by Hovinga. And a block kill. 24-15. Sheldon 1 point away from putting the Indians at the brink of elimination. No 4A City. Again, we talked about it. They just have to clear their heads and set 4 and come back. Barwick will serve it. 25-15. Taken by Anderson. Here's Jerome, who just free balls it over. Klein Hesselink. Johnson down. It's over. 25-15, a 10-point win for Sheldon in set number 2. We're back for, or rather, set number 3. We're back for set 4 after this. Welcome back here on KIOW and live at KIOW.com. Sheldon takes set number 4, 25-15, and the ORABs just one set away from reaching the state volleyball championships for the first time since 2013. Now, the IGHSAU does a great job with their state tournaments, but the state volleyball tournament is probably one of the better ones. Obviously, being inside Wells Fargo Arena for state basketball is always fun. Fort Dodge always puts on a great crowd for the state softball tournament. But if you've never been down to Cedar Rapids for the state volleyball tournament, it's a smaller arena, and you pack a bunch of, well, especially we get into 1A and 2A, obviously teams that are down closer to Cedar Rapids, so you get a little bit bigger of a crowd, but people travel. It's the state championships. When you get the 1As, the 2As, the 3As, and some of the 4As, you get into the 5As, you have some larger crowds, but bigger crowds in Des Moines than you would when you're in Cedar Rapids. For the volleyball championships, but it is loud inside there because in basketball and in softball you have 2 games going on, but you're outside, so it doesn't hold the sound. But in volleyball you have 2 games going on in the quarterfinals and the semifinals, and the finals is just 1, obviously. We get the quarterfinals and the semifinals, and they're going courts right next to each other, and there's no blockers. I mean, there's a net that comes down in between both courts, but there's nothing that separates all the crowds. So you got basically 4 schools and 4 separate crowds all inside one arena yelling back and forth at each other. It gets loud in there. It gets fun. And like I said, it's probably one of the best state events you could ever attend. It's the state volleyball championships there at the powerhouse. It really is a powerhouse, the Alliant Energy Powerhouse. Used to be called the U.S. Cellular Center, if you're wondering what I'm talking about when I say the Alliant Energy Powerhouse. It used to be the U.S. Cellular Center, and now Alliant Energy has the title sponsorship of it. It's called the Powerhouse. Started that last year. Barwick will set. We're underway here in set number 4, and whoever's taken the first significant lead so far in each set has won. Now, Forest City will take the first point. Now, I mean, that's not what I'm referring to. Forest City can take, 3-4 points here, then things are looking up. But the Indians have the first point. So far, anybody that's taken the first 3 to 4 point lead has won each of the first 3 sets. We're in set number 4, Indians and ORABs. Forest City has got to have this set to send it to a game 5. Sent over by Hovinga. Kept alive, and it's going to be a Forest City point as a double hit is called on Sheldon. 2 straight points for the Indians. They lead 2-0. Good sign early for Forest City here in set 4. So they got to keep going. Long way, a lot of volleyball to be played. We talked about trends, but trends don't mean the outcomes. Trends are just trends. They're trends for a reason. Anderson. Here's Dillavu, pushed over by Holland. She just floats it over. Taken from the back row. Good job by the Indians, keeping on a strike, and will pushed over with Jerome. And it's out of bounds. Blocked by the Indians, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be a Sheldon point, make it 2-1 here in set number 4. Forest City has to have this set to send us to a game 5. And then if anybody, we talk about, oh man, can Forest City take 2 in a row? But if you get it to a game 5, no matter who you're playing, as Holland will get Forest City up by 2, 3-1. If you get to a game 5, it doesn't matter who you're playing. Game 5s, they're just a different animal. You only go to 15. The big runs are huge, and it's anybody's game. So Forest City can win here in set 4, send it to a game 5. Could the Indians go dancing? Jerome will serve. Indians 3, ORABs 1 here in set 4. And a block by the Indians over the Sheldon side. They'll keep it alive. Jerome, nice job. She saves it. Point ORABs as Forest City called for a double hit. So now the Indians are called for a double hit, and it's... Oh, sorry, I got to change the scoreboard. We apologize about it. Sheldon does have the 2-1 lead. I have it backwards on the scoreboard, so we apologize about that. It is a Sheldon 2-1 lead, and now we're tied up at 3 here in game number 4. 3-3 the score. Serve coming for Strouth. Dillavu will just have to free ball it over, taken by Sheldon. Ow! We're across the way. Official right in front of it says it's in. And the ORABs lead 4-3. That was a big one, though. Indians could have really used that one. If it was on the line, it was called. Had to be close. Strouth will serve right to left. Taken by Hovinga. Here's Jones. Dillavu. Strouth. Off the antenna. That's a Forest City point. Yes. That was a big strike for the ORABs, but it went off the antenna, which is immediately out of bounds, and it's a Forest City point. 4-4 is the score, and Jones will serve it. Taken by McKenna Klein-Hesselink. Here's Strouth. Lodi kills it. 5-4 Sheldon here in game 4. Serve coming for Malia Klein-Hesselink. The other Klein-Hesselink, 5'9" senior. She's an 83.4% server. Most of the ORABs are in the middle to higher 80s with their serving. They serve dangerously by design. Forest City keeps it alive. No! Helgeson takes a run at it, but it goes down, and it's going to be a 6-4 lead for Sheldon. Regan Helgeson set up by Jerome. Dillavu with a strike, taken by Barwick, set up to the middle, and that's going to be called out of bounds. 2 close ones in this set have gone the way of Sheldon. Look back at those. If those 2 close ones go different ways. It's 6-5 Forest City. Instead, it's now 7-5 Sheldon as the O-Rabs will serve it into the net. And we'll see a serve coming from Dillevue. The Indians down by 2. Just down by 2. There's nothing to fret about right now. Klein Hesselink, though, when you're on your elimination set, you don't want to be down at all. Forest City point, we're down by 1. Double hit going to be called against Sheldon. 7-6 now the score. As the Indians get it back to within 1, Dillevue will serve. And she will serve from left to right. Short over the net. Sheldon, Strouth, here's Lodi. And it's going to be in. 8-6. Sheldon by 2. They get a quick side out. Volleyball back to the way of the O-Rabs, and we'll see Lodi who will serve it. Peyton Lodi, 5'9", senior outside hitter. Has played every match, every set this season for the O-Rabs. In her senior season, she's led them to 3 straight regional finals, now trying to lead them to a state tournament. Regan Helgeson, Jalen Hovinga will free ball it to the Sheldon side. In the middle, Olsen kills it. 9-6, 3-point Sheldon lead here in game 4. Serve coming from Lodi. Dillevue taken by Regan Helgeson. Pushed over by Bethany Warren. Kept alive by Sheldon. Here's Jones. Dillevue from the back row. Dug out by Lodi. She can play defense as well. Johnson off a Forest City block. It's in. No, it hit the antenna. She was waving her. Was she not waving the flag? And oh man. The official stopped. She was waving her flag. Why did she stop? And that one's going to be sent long. She's going to give Forest City a point back here. I'm trying to figure. She waved it as if that's the sign of it hitting the antenna out of bounds on Sheldon. And then once the officials started calling the point for the O-Rabs, they weren't looking at her. She stopped waving the flag. Strouth in the middle. Olsen. Forest City point back to back. It's a 2-point game. 10-8. Sheldon 10, Forest City 8. O-Rabs down or up by 2. Indians back to within 2 though. They've been down in this set before and they just let Sheldon continue to run. Now they're down and they're back to within 1. The first set and the third set, Forest City got down. They let Sheldon just keep running with it. Now Forest City gets down and they're back to within 1. Anderson will serve. It's a 1-point game, 10-9. Strouth will set it up to the back row. Dug out by Anderson. There's going to be a battle for it at the net. Sheldon wins it, push it to the Forest City side. Here comes Hovinga. Back to the Indian side. They keep it alive, but they're going to have to get it up and get it over. Hovinga will do so. Here's Strouth. Barwick from the back row. Drome keeps it alive. And Dillevue pushes it over. Barwick sets it up. Johnson. And it's going to be a Forest City point. And it did hit off the Indians' hands. Forest City, some fans may be asking if that hit the net first and bounced back, because in that case it would be an Indians point. But they said it did hit the hands of the Indians, so it's a 2-point Sheldon lead. 11-9. Jerome will set to Regan Helgeson. Trying to put it down, kept alive by Sheldon. Anderson to Hovinga, blocked by Sheldon, kept alive. Sheldon point. Lift is going to be called against the Indians. And the scoreboard says, 12-9. Okay. 12-9. A 3-point Sheldon lead. Can Forest City end the run and make a comeback here in game 4 to push it to a game 5? Helgeson, it's on, it's in. Yes, that's a Forest City point. The Indians just tried to bump it up to Helgeson, and it bumped all the way over the net and landed on the line and in for a Forest City point. And it's now back to a 2-point lead for Sheldon. Forest City gets the side out they need. And they'll serve with Helgeson. Taken by Klein Hesselink. Barwick sets it up to Johnson. That's out, and it's a Forest City point. And it's back to a 1-point game again. 12-11. Forest City back to 1. And Regan Helgeson will serve. Long. 13-11. Sheldon by 2. It'll be Klein Hesselink. McKenna. Klein Hesselink will serve it. Taken by Emma Anderson. Battle for it at the net. And Sheldon kills it. The Indians wanted an over the net or a roofing call. They do not get it. 14-11. 3-point lead for Sheldon. Jones. Jerome. Over by Jalen Hovinga. Set up in the middle, and that's in. Sheldon by 4. Forest City's going to take a timeout to try to end the run. Sheldon by 4. It's a do-or-die set for the Indians. Can they overcome? We'll find out when we come back. Back here to Estherville Lincoln Central High School, where Sheldon leads Forest City 15-11. And Klein Hesselink will serve. It's McKenna, taken by the Indians' Jerome. And blocked out of bounds off of Sheldon. Make it 15-12. And the Indians will get the side out. Back to a 3-point Sheldon lead. And the Indians serve it long. 16-12. Service coming for Sheldon's Claire Johnson, 5'9" junior outside hitter. Jones sets it up. Dillevue from the 10-foot line, taken by Sheldon. And that one goes long. Forest City's point. Good strike there from Lodi, but just a bit long, and actually it hit off the top of the net and still went long. So it was on the beat, out of bounds. 16-13. Forest City has cut the lead to 3. With the side out, Jerome will serve. McKenna from the back row bumps it over to the Indians' side. Here's Sophia Holland. Good play by Strouth. She keeps that one alive. Here's Lodi. She kind of taps it over to the Indians. Dillevue in. Little miscommunication there for Sheldon. As a couple of them, that was Klein Hesselink, McKenna, and Johnson kind of just looked up at each other as the ball goes straight to the floor. And Forest City is back to within 2. Indians called timeout. They couldn't let Sheldon go on another long run. Let him go on a long run in 1 and 3. Lodi. Blocked off of Forest City, out of bounds. And the O-Rabs back to a 3-point lead. And we'll see a serve coming for Strouth. Taken by Dillevue. Bethany Warren blocked into the net, a 4-hitter on the Indians. Wasn't blocked by Sheldon. Straight to the net, back to the Forest City side. It's now 18-14. Sheldon by 4. Trying to get back to the state tournament for the first time since 2013 when they beat Garner Hayfield Ventura, who Forest City beat in the regional semifinals. They beat them in the regional finals there in 2013. And kept alive by the Indians? No. Jones made a nice attempt at it into the Sheldon student section. Timeout Forest City again, a 5-point Sheldon lead. The O-Rebs are winding this one down. Forest City's got to make their run now. We'll see if they can do it next. after this. Back to Estherville Lincoln Central High School we go. Serve coming from Strouth. Reese Strouth, 5'9", junior, right side will also she sets from time to time. And we've got a whistle. Point for Esther City. They're going to say that Sheldon stepped on the line out of bounds, and the R2 will explain to Coach Kaiser of what was the violation. She was asking the question. Back to a 4-point Sheldon lead. And, oh my goodness. You might have heard that one on the microphone, how loud that contact with the volleyball was for Lodi. As somebody should check the volleyball for a flat spot. Lodi got that one. Malia Klein-Hesselink will serve, 20-15, Sheldon. Jerome. Long by Helgeson, 21-15 Sheldon. The O-Rabs lead this one by 7. 6. Serve coming. Taken by Helgeson. Dillavu not able to get enough of it. 22-15. Sheldon leads. Forest City desperately needs a side out now. Sheldon 3 points away from the state tournament. Serve taken by Helgeson. Jerome. Dillavu. Lodi down. 2 more points for Sheldon. As Lodi gets all of that one, Sheldon 2 points away. Forest City will need a run and a big one. That's in, it's an ace. Sheldon 1 point away from the state tournament. Forest City trying to survive and not fall in back-to-back regional finals. Sheldon's fell in the last 3. It's been 3 straight regional finals for Sheldon. Or in the last 2, they're in their 3rd straight. Regional semifinals, the freshman year for these seniors. They're going to set it up. Can Lodi finish it? No. Forest City stays alive, 24-16. 24-16 is the score. Jerome will serve. Over the net. Taken by Sheldon. They're going to set it up in the middle. Olsen. No. Forest City saves it. Great save by the Indians. Lodi. Long. Forest City scores again. The Indians back to back. No. They're going to say that Forest City touched it. And Sheldon wins. That's how they're going to end it. That's how they're going to end it. They're going to end it on a touch from the line judge on the opposite side of the court from where it was at. 25-16. Indians had nothing to lose tonight. Sheldon was the team that was supposed to win. Indians had nothing to lose, and they left it all on the court. Post-game show brought to you by our friends at County Line Seeds is next. Welcome back here on KIOW and live at KIOW.com. Sheldon takes set 4, 25-16, and obviously disappointment here tonight for Forest City as the Indians fall in this final game, in this regional final for a second straight season. But if you're a Forest City fan, and I'm sure right now things are tough. Obviously, you know, they just lost. Forest City, the seniors, just played their final volleyball game of their careers. And so things are tough right now. But when they look back on this, they're going to know that they left everything on the court. They played as hard as they could have tonight. They did not let Sheldon just run over them. Sheldon dominated the first set 25-12, and Forest City came back and took the second set 25-15. And then Sheldon won 25-15, and the Indians were fighting there in set 4 before the ORABs took the final set 25-16. To win it here tonight in Estherville. 25-12, 25, 25-15, 25-6. And Sheldon will be off to the state tournament. See them down at the Alliant Energy Powerhouse coming up next week. And they will await the winner of they'll await their opponent. They won't know their opponent until all the regionals have been concluded tonight, but they will be at least a top 3 seed. Obviously, they finished with number 3 in the final rankings by the IGHSAU, which means they will be at least top 3. Now, if number 1 or number 2 were to go down, they would move up a spot. The IGHSAU kind of just uses those are their rankings. They use their final rankings in that spot. And, Indians fall 25-12, 20-25, 25-15, 25-16. The finals here in Class 3A, Region number 2. And Forest City gave them everything they could have. We appreciate everybody for joining us here on the broadcast this evening. We know we had some people checking in from all around the country, and so we really appreciate that. About 1,500 of you watching tonight's broadcast, and we really appreciate both the Sheldon fans and the Forest City fans that tuned in and watched this regional championship game. Thanks for watching throughout the year, and thanks to all of our great sponsors. We could not do this without each and every single one of you sponsors. You sponsors make it possible. Anybody you heard on the broadcast this evening, we appreciate it. We could not do this without you. And we really do appreciate each and every single one of you for helping out, for sponsoring these broadcasts. Because again, we can't come here, we can't do this. None of this happens without our great sponsors. So if you heard, I'd like to end my broadcast like this. If you heard any sponsor on the broadcast tonight, go out there, patronize those businesses, and tell them you appreciate their support of Forest City Indian athletics in all of our areas. A lot of the teams, a lot of the sponsors that you heard tonight are also sponsoring Lake Mills. Lake Mills made a good run, lost last night. A lot of those sponsors, are doing different sports, sponsor different sports, sponsor different schools. Our area, they stick together. We really appreciate that. Could not do that without them. Really appreciate it. Again, number 3, Sheldon, moves to 27-5 on the year. They will head to the state tournament at least as the number 3 overall seed. The first tournament berth for 5th-year head coach Heather Kaiser. And the first time the ORABs have been there since 2013. The Indians fall in their second straight regional championship, and will look to try again next year. Look to make the state tournament next year. I was glad to be able to do the regional championship this year. Again, I was out last year for the regional championship. Appreciate Austin Trouty filled in and did that regional championship for you. And had it Osage versus Forest City at Central Springs last year. And then Osage went on to win the state championship. And obviously Forest City going to wish Sheldon the best of luck down there, because you want to be beat by the champions. Forest City was beat by the champions last year. Lost to Osage in the regional championship. Osage goes on to win the 3A title. Now they're in Class 2A. Now, obviously, Forest City, if Sheldon would go on and win a state title, 3A has got some pretty top-tier volleyball teams, but Sheldon is going to be in the mix. Sheldon's a good team. They're going to make a run at it. They're going to get a 6th seed at least down there and in Cedar Rapids next week. I want to thank, wish them the best of luck. Lacey Jerome will move on now to her 12th year coaching Forest City. If she returns again next year, 273 and 114 is her career record. We'll have a chance to get to win number 300, a chance at 300 career wins for head coach Lacey Jerome next season. We'll see if they can do it, see if she is able to get there and able to do that. Want to thank John Lentz back at the studio for all of his hard work tonight. We really appreciate him helping us out. Dusty was over on camera. We appreciate her as well. Again, from Estherville Lincoln Central High School, Forest City falls 3-1 in volleyball action tonight to the Sheldon ORABs. 25-12, 20-25, 25-15, 25-16 the set scores. We'll see again. We got West Hancock playoff football. It's the second round of playoffs coming your way on KIOW and KHAM on Friday night. Until we see you, Forest City fans, again, come basketball and wrestling season, I'm Zaron Eggleston. Good night from Estherville.